Hi, internet people. So that Lucifer winter finale, I think it was the winter finale and not the mid-season finale, even though I've been calling it the mid-season finale. Okay, so, the Lucifer writer's room said that it would fill you with emotion and be full of all the things, and it was totally full of all the things. Okay, so literally, most emotional episode ever in the history of Lucifer, and this is only the halfway point of season 2. We are going to a big break, and Lucifer won't be back until May, but yeah, all the things. So, Chloe was infected at the end of the last episode, and we learned that she did get injected. It wasn't like airborne or anything. She, when she got tackled, the professor managed to inject her with one of the poisons. She's trying to cover it up so that no one notices. She won't let Lucifer take her to the hospital, so they go to Ella, or they call in Ella to try and figure out an antidote, and Ella's like, we don't have one, like, they're all different, I can't just find an antidote, like, I can't. Lucifer winds up calling Amenadiel, not to help Chloe, because he's pissed off that Amenadiel knew about Chloe being, like, God-made, and he's like, you knew, da, da, da. And he's like, so killing her, and Amenadiel's like, what are you talking about? Like, he has no idea. Chloe comes in, she's like, no, I know where to get, like, we can go to the guy who got, the guy who was helping the professor get his stuff into the country, or into wherever. They go to that guy's house. She, even though super sick, manages to knock him into a doorway where Lucifer faces him and gets him to tell them how they can get the stuff. Turns out there is another guy. There was a guy with like all the antidote stuff. He knows the formula and possibly has some. He's a drug dealer, sort of smuggler-y kind of guy who pretends to be an art salesman. While they're at the house, I'm sorry I'm not saying people's names, but it's whatever. Chloe passes out. Lucifer winds up having her go to the hospital. She's definitely, like, bad. Like, it's not good. She asks if Trixie is coming. She is. Dan is there. He and Lucifer go out to question fake artist guy, who apparently the actor's a real artist, but he does not paint the weird, creepy clown mermaid paintings. Those things are weird. Does anyone know why they're clown mermaid paintings? Why? Ooh. Anyway, Dan tells Lucifer not to do anything unless he tells him it's okay, and Lucifer's like, okay, fine. Dan totally gets beat up, and then when Lucifer's like, you don't have a plan? Dan's like, no. Lucifer uncuffs himself, beats everybody up, totally gets the art dealer guy to tell him the antidote. Well, sort of. Okay, turns out the guy just wants people to buy his art because they like his art, even though it's terrible. So Lucifer buys one, and the guy gives him the ingredients. He doesn't know the actual formula, but he knows the ingredients that they need. So Dan and Ella are in charge of getting the ingredients, because Ella can find most of them except one. Lucifer figures out that he can get the antidote, but he's going to have to die to do it. Turns out that he's like, oh, hey, if I die, I can go to hell, I can question the professor and get him to tell me the stuff. So he has Dr. Linda kill him. He's like, yeah, well, not kill him. He wants Dr. Linda to bring him back to life because she's a doctor. Sure, she should have medical training to do that, yeah. Okay, so what they have to do is Chloe is in her room, and Lucifer has Amenadiel guarding her room so they can't move her, and he'll be in the room underneath her so that he's mortal, or he can be killed. So Amenadiel has to make sure that no one moves Chloe out of the room at all, in any way. Like, he promises Lucifer he won't let them move her, that he will be there, he will stay with Chloe, and that he will just be there. Amenadiel winds up meeting Trixie, which is adorable because she calls him a guardian angel, which is kind of true. Downstairs, Lucifer, against his mom. Yes, Mama Morningstar's wishes are that he not kill himself to do this. But okay, he dies, and they're like, okay, he winds up in the very chilly hell, finds the professor, manages to get the professor to tell him the stuff, but then he gets trapped in his own hellscape where he's continuously killing Uriel over and over again, which is awful. He's going crazy, because that's what hell does to you, and while Dr. Linda is trying to bring him back, it's not working, and Maze is like, no, he's stuck. We can't bring him back. He has to be in one of those cages. I told him that if he walked in one of the doors because he's no longer the king of hell, then it's possible he would get stuck. So he's flatlined, not coming back. Then Chloe starts getting worse. They can't get Lucifer back. Like, they're trying really, really hard, not working. And like, they're freaking out. May says she can't go down because she doesn't have a soul, so if she dies, she just dies. She doesn't go anywhere. Then Dr. Linda says, well, send me. And Mace is like, why would you go to hell? And Dr. Linda's like, you don't know, I've done things. Yeah. While this is going on, Dan and Ella have broken into a car place to get this, like, it's not magic, but this, like, ingredient that they need that they can only get because of fast cars. Ella knows tons of things about, like, illegal stuff. It's crazy. Cool crazy. Turns out it's her brother's shop, and then even though the stuff is illegal, she manages to get it from him, FYI. But Lucifer is trapped in hell, and Mama Morningstar winds up saying she'll go to hell to get him back because hell's been pulling at her anyway. It makes sense. She'll just give in. And Maze totally just, like, shocks her. Like, Dr. Linda was gonna do what they did to Lucifer and, like, hook him up. So, no. Maze just, bam. So, Mama Morningstar goes down to go get Lucifer. But that doesn't go exactly right because Lucifer is still, like, freaking out about the whole, like, he keeps thinking he's killing Uriel over and over again. And so, when Mama Morningstar finally convinces him to leave, she gets drawn in to Uriel and is like, no, I should stay here, like, I can have a family, like, I can be here. So Lucifer has to drag her away. While this is going on, Chloe is literally, like, seizing, flatlining herself, like, everything is going bad, and the nurses want Amenadiel to leave, and so when he refuses, they call security. He winds up fighting the crap out of security so that he's not taken out of the room because he promised he wouldn't leave the room. So he's fighting them off continuously to ensure that he's in the room the whole time while Lucifer is, like, sort of coming back to life. They keep shocking him. Maze is freaking out. Like, Maze's face is just, like, panic and concern, and she's, like, over him while Dr. Linda is trying to shock him back to life. Finally, the security stops coming in Amenadiel, and Lucifer rushes in because he got it. He made it out. He's okay. And Mom Morningstar comes back to life. And all of that was super emotional. Like, the music was amazing. Everyone's acting was so good. Everyone's acting is always good. But that scene, I was literally crying. Like, tears. I had tears because Amenadiel and Maze were so good. Just, oh my gosh. Okay, so we flash forward a little bit. Chloe's okay, and she wants to talk to Lucifer and, like, pick up where they left off. And Lucifer was like, no, you rest, it's fine. And so we don't see Trixie come in, but she wants Trixie to come in. He leaves, and then the next thing we see, Chloe is calling him. She's like, this is like voicemail number 300, da 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 da. And she's like, I don't know where you are, but I'm gonna come over, so like hide the strippers. And she gets there, and literally everything is covered in white cloth, like when you leave. And Lucifer's gone. Like, she has no clue where he is. He's just gone. And she's just standing there alone. Then the episode is over. Like, this was the most fast-paced, intense episode of this season. And I literally was just like, what is... It, like, flew by so fast. So much was happening. It was so emotional. So much stuff. And now we're on break until May, and Lucifer is gone. Like, he's left. I think he's still in LA. But he's definitely not at Lux or in his penthouse. Although the clown painting is in the penthouse, according to Twitter, which is ugh. But yeah, so much stuff happened. I don't know. I'm so glad that Chloe is okay, but I'm like, what is Lucifer planning? What is Lucifer gonna do? We do know that God is coming because of the God Johnson plot that was, like, released. So God is coming, but we shall see what happens in the rest of this season. These videos will be back in May, so keep an eye out for Kleffnotes guides in May. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more of me, please subscribe. Share your Lucifer winter / mid-season / whatever this is finale thoughts with me in the comments below or on Twitter. I am at Kleffnotes. You can find me on my blog, kleffnotes.wordpress.com. I write for the Nerdy Girl Express, thenerdygirlexpress.com. Run their Snapchat, the Nerdy Girl EXP, and post recipes on the iZombie Support Group site, iZombieSupportGroup.com. Bye, Internet people.